It's April 24th, 2022 in Laurel, Maryland. Pound 2022 has been a tournament of the times, with 3 grueling sets between 2 of the greatest players to ever touch Smash Ultimate. On one side, Glutony, the greatest European player in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate history. On the other, MKLeo, the greatest player in the world. Maybe ever. You may know what's about to happen next, but there's a lot of history behind what makes this moment as powerful as it is. To understand why this was so significant, we need to rewind. But first, I want to thank Boot.dev, who is paid to be mentioned in today's video. Boot.dev is gamifying backend development in an attempt to make learning a little bit more fun. They use tactics from modern game design to help push their students towards a career in coding while also tackling the hardest problem with online courses: boredom. It really does feel like you're playing an RPG, with XP, levels, achievements, quests, and leaderboards all designed to get you hands-on experience writing a ton of code. With Boot.dev, you'll learn back-end web dev from start to finish in Python and Go programming languages in an online and self-paced environment. There's a Discord community which can help you with any roadblocks, and there's even bi-monthly boss fights where you can gain bonus experience for each lesson completed during the event. I learned a good amount of Python myself, and I'll say as transparently as I can that it's for sure a time commitment, but the creators of Boot.dev never want a student feeling like they spent money on something that didn't help them, so they offer a 30-day no questions asked refund policy if you don't like it. There's even a free demo of every single course they offer, and Boot.dev has made all of their content free to read and watch in guest mode. A paid membership unlocks hands-on coding, AI assistance with Boots the Bear Wizard, and progress tracking. So if you're interested in learning coding while also helping me out a bit since, sponsors, click the link in the description box and use my code TURNDOWNFORWALT to get 25% off your first month or even your first year if you choose the annual plan, which is honestly a pretty good deal. Thanks again to Boot.dev for supporting the channel. Happy coding, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's been a long and arduous road for both players to get to this point. Let's start with the fan favorite for this tournament. The man, the myth, the legend, Leonardo MKLeo Lopez. The best player in the world has endured a difficult bracket here, defeating a wide variety of characters and players who would become some of the world's best. With nearly 100 playable fighters, Smash Ultimate represented one of, if not the largest character rosters in a fighting game. So you may be wondering, who is Leo playing? He's already won tournaments with characters like Ike and Lucina before. While he at the time was best known for his Joker, MKLeo dropped the Persona fan favorite for a different Fire Emblem character, Byleth, the final character of Ultimate's first DLC, and a supposed low tier. Byleth seemed to better suit his playstyle. He had already started testing out the new sortie at Frostbite 2020, and he hasn't looked back since. Since switching, the Byleth, with a splash of other characters, won 5 majors in 2021, and the 2 most recent tournaments before Pound. More often than not, though, it was solo Byleth paving the way to a number of tournament wins, and perhaps most importantly, he took Genesis 8 Grand Finals, against the player currently sitting across from him, William Glutony Byleth. Glutony was Europe's last hope for a major, France's pride, a player who stuck with Wario through past titles until finally his character shined. He is still to this day the highest ranked European player in the world, and he played with a confidence unlike anything Ultimate had ever seen before. But Leo always had his number. Well, I guess I should say Leo had everyone's number. Until Pound, at least. The real question here is, how did Glutony even manage to get all the way here? Let's go back a little bit further to right around 2021. We're just starting to run events again post-COVID, and Glutony's well-established throne atop the European Smash scene appears to be crumbling beneath him. There are rising stars challenging him left and right, he's taking losses once thought impossible, he's not placing that well at American events, all signs seem to point towards a slump. Then, out of nowhere, he seemed to turn the corner. He got a 3rd place at the stacked Delfino Mazza Rita Invitational, which MKLeo won, then went on another bonkers run to 2nd at the following Genesis 8, which MKLeo also won. Although Gluto was double eliminated by Leo, which included a bit of a stomping in Grand Finals, it actually wasn't as one-sided as it seemed. Gluto was getting close, and like everyone else, MKLeo was the main target. That Genesis, by the way, was also notably Glutony's and Europe's best result at an American tournament, besting a 3rd at the ever-stacked EVO 2019. There was an enormous group of French fans cheering him on at Genesis, and a similar group is here today, awaiting history.
I mean, he had the whole crowd behind him, including, all of France. They're not here anymore, but yeah, the French were really hyped up for him.
Yeah, I was really scared. After the Fino Massa 2 weeks ago, he stayed at my house. So we played the whole day for like 2 weeks. So I knew that if there was one person that could beat me here, like for sure it was him. I was so scared. Like I low-key wanted Spargo to win because I also wanted him. I want him to do good, right?
Of course.
But watching Gluto just getting a lot better and like just being in the grand finals with like I said, my homie, like one of my best friends, feels amazing. I'm really happy for him.
Okay, so back to Pound. Pound wasn't just another tournament. It was legacy. It was drama. It was the site of some of Melee and Brawl's most important battles. Pound 2022 marked its return after the COVID hiatus, and in Ultimate, it became the battleground for one of the game's most interesting rivalries. Now that we're back in this moment, let's take a closer look. A consistent theme you may notice in this match is that Leo appears to be ahead in terms of damage, but keen players could argue that Glutiny actually has the advantage here, due to one key factor. But in order to understand that, we have to examine Wario a bit more thoroughly. Glutiny has been maining Wario since he began playing the Smash series with Brawl in 2008, and he has never faltered. He himself says he chose Wario for his versatile mobility, combo options, and KO confirms, allowing him to make decisions and adapt on the fly. If you didn't get all that, I'm mostly saying that Wario has a lot of options that Gluto can choose from. But there is one option in particular which has changed Wario from a mediocre character in Smash 4 to a bona fide top tier in Ultimate. The Waft. While extremely silly in nature, Waft is in contention for the best KO option in the game. When fully charged, its ridiculous frame data and knockback means it can kill at nearly any percent, nearly anywhere, and can be comboed into by nearly anything. And that glowing right there indicates that it's fully charged. So this wasn't just Glutiny versus Leo, it was Wario versus Byleth. A matchup that looked even on paper, but was deeply psychological. Wario had mobility, combos, and a devastating comeback tool to put Leo on a timer, while Byleth had range, disjoints, and the best player in the world as a pilot. Glutiny's plan? Get in, apply pressure, condition Leo's shield, and save the Waft for the one moment where it would matter the most. And that works out for the most part. He wins the first game with a jab into Waft, but loses 3 games in a row to MK Leo. Now, wait. Hang on a second. Aren't these tournaments best of 5? And I just said Glutiny just lost? That's true, but Smash tournaments are double elimination, meaning you have to lose 2 sets in order to get knocked out. The biggest difference between Gluto's second place at Genesis and what could unfold at Pound is that Gluto entered this grand finals from the winner's bracket, meaning Leo would need to win 2 sets in a row in order to take the tournament. So Glutiny has another chance, and he takes it as far as it can go. A rivalry, a region, and a Waft, all leading to one unforgettable Game 5.
Okay, not gonna get a tech off of that. MK Leo. Oh, he just does it! We don't see him actually do that too often, just kind of like a raw one, but the raw half Waft does get the stock, and we're going to Game 5.
And now, we're here. Will Gluto, with the hopes of his region, be able to overcome the final, most difficult barrier between him and the American tournament he has sought for so long? Can he finish off what could become known as one of the most electrifying runs ever, with a character thrown away in the earlier entries of the series? Or will MK Leo just continue to be MK Leo, tightening his grip over the Smash Ultimate scene as the world's best player? Stocks trade evenly. A single combo could tilt it either way. Leo pulls ahead, Glutiny brings it back. It's last stock. Both players are in kill percent. And then, a falling up air. Welcome to a moment in history.
0%, you just don't go far enough away. Oh, Gluto starting it up. Got the up throw up here. Just need. No way! That is it. Gluto wins Pound 2022. Wow, from the winner's side of Grand Finals.
For over 3 years, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate had a king. Until Pound 2022, in front of a roaring Maryland crowd, where a challenger from across the ocean finally wafted his way back. Every great moment in Smash has a story behind it. Some are worth waiting 110 seconds for.
I'm glad that I adapted well, even if he was destroying me for set. You need to keep your composure and know what to change. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna change that. That's not a problem. He 3-stocked me. I don't care. I just need to change why he 3-stocked me. The reason why he's 3-stocked me. So thank you to him. I would never be there without him. I would never be there without the one I love. So yeah, thanks to everyone, and I worked well, I think.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If any of you are John Boyce and Secret Base fans, you probably already know the inspiration for this series. Me and the team wanted to try to recapture some of the magic and anticipation of some of Smash's greatest moments, and I personally think this is a really cool way to do that, so if you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and if you do, I'll tell you the secret to